Hello. So I'm going to talk about what I learned from BSF with John 2. I didn't get to go to BSF, so I don't have as much stuff to really put in my Bible. Just the stuff that I have taken out of what I got to read from the notes. This week would have been a really cool one to go to, and it just kind of shows just how much going and listening to BSF really is important. So I'm going to put a link down below to BSF's website so you can check it out. This week you're going to see a little bit of difference. There's some green highlighting here, and that's actually from notes from church sermons, and so it's not with BSF. BSF I always highlight in yellow. So John 2 starts out with Jesus at a wedding, and he turns the water into wine. I will mention this because it is mentioned also in BSF that the wine running out means a failure to marriage, and it's very embarrassing. When Mary says they have no more wine, I mean, it was a big deal for them. When Jesus says, "Dear woman," that's not our problem. And even in other translations, I think it just says, like, "Woman, why are you telling me this?" or something like that. In this moment, I'm always wondering, like, why is Jesus seeming so mean to his mother? I mean, it's always put me like, why? Why is he doing this? I'm going to take this straight from BSF's notes. And when it says that Jesus was training Mary to see him no longer as the son of her flesh who was obedient to her. Mary needed to see Jesus as her Lord and not her son. And so he's saying, "Dear woman," and he says it again when he's on the cross. And so it's not supposed to be mean or anything like that. It's just trying to get her to understand that he is so much more than just her son. So I have a better understanding of that, and so I put that in there. By this time, Mary is a widow now. And so Jesus is her oldest son, so he would be seen as like the man of the house. And so she comes to him for that reason, because he's the man of the house, but also because Mary knows who Jesus is. And Mary tells the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." So she still has faith that Jesus can help and that Jesus can fix it. And that's awesome. And so I liked what they wrote with that faith. And so I put that up here, that faith involves risk. Risk of looking foolish, risk of losing friends, your job, or even your life. All who act on God's command and obey at any cost discover his promise is unshakable. Those who hope in him will never be put to shame. And I really liked that, and so I put that in there. One of the things that I did for my church, and I think this is kind of a good thing to remember, that Jesus doesn't save a person's life here when he's changing water into wine. All he's doing is face value stuff. He's helping this family from embarrassment. And it shows that God cares about our small problems as well as our big problems. And I really like that, and I've always taken that to heart. Then, a few days later, Jesus goes to Jerusalem to celebrate Passover, and during Passover you have to perform the same rituals that you had to do in that first Passover, where you sacrifice a lamb, put the blood over your house and all that stuff. So these people that come from out of the area to celebrate the Passover obviously can't really bring their own sheep and cattle, and so there's people that sell these cattle and these sheep so that they can perform the Passover ritual to honor God and to acknowledge that he saved them. And so they're basically using this ritual as a way to make money. And Jesus gets angry at that, and he makes a whip from ropes and chases them out of the temple. And he says, "Get these things out of here. Stop turning my Father's house into a marketplace." And from BSF's notes, it says, "The trade put profit before God. They turned God's temple into a market, alienated worshipers, and made it hard for anyone to seek God." Think about if you were there and it's just like a huge market where the people are screaming and telling you these deals, like, "Get your sheep here for this amount," and it's just chaotic. You go there for worship, but instead of worship and your mind on God, I mean, it's like this big festival, carnival thing where you're trying to get the best deal. And so it's hard to see God and to see God in that type of a atmosphere. It's just like, I guess, like Christmas time. I mean, it's all about Jesus and his birth, but we're so asphyxiated with buying stuff and getting the best deal that it's hard to focus our attention on Jesus. And so it's just something interesting there. But yeah, honestly, that's all that I took from John 2. I wish I would have been there. I was actually visiting family, so I wasn't able to go. But yes, so next one is John 3. And I can't wait to get into it. Thank you guys for watching. If you have anything else that you took from it, please let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys think of John chapter 2. Have a great day, guys. Bye.